Okay, now let's get into these new shows that everybody is talking about right now. So the first is, I guess, this game show that Bravo is looking to bring. Now there hasn't been actual like confirmation, but it's going to be like a super fan game show. I remember a few weeks ago, I believe it was Demois, which I've talked about this. I used to really like Demois at the beginning, and now it's an Instagram account where they like spill like insider tea or whatever, where you can like submit tips anonymously. It's kind of like TMZ, but it's a lot less. It's TMZ, but without it being verified. Like TMZ actually has sources and will verify certain stories. But Demois just kind of like posts whatever people DM the account or whatever people email in. And I mean, I could literally be like, oh, I'm a high profile publicist and, Kim Kardashian already has another boyfriend. And I could send that to them and they would likely publish that on their Instagram. So I don't love Demois as much, but they do have some pretty good scoops sometimes. But there was a scoop that they spilled saying that Bravo was looking for fan, like, Instagram or social media accounts or other like podcasters, people that had super fan accounts or that were seemingly super fans of Bravo and the Bravo shows, and they were looking to bring them in, and it seemed like they were looking to bring them in to host a game show of some sort. I remember then a lot of other Bravo accounts or podcasters like started like rallying and trying to get their communities to like tweet Bravo and in support of them. I didn't even really talk about it because again, it was like a rumor, it was speculation, whatever. Only because I don't think Bravo would ever hire me to actually host one of their shows. I just don't think. I mean, I have a show called #NoFilter, and I'm not afraid to tackle certain topics or issues, and I don't know if I am necessarily the right candidate for that. I think I don't know if I'm a network person per se. Would I be open to it? Sure, but I don't know. I wasn't trying to fight for that seat, especially because I think there are so many other great podcasters that would probably be a better like network fit for them, and more power to them. But now it looks like there are more details coming forward about it being a game show that could potentially be hosted by a housewife, and it would bring in super fans to compete against each other with, I believe, Bravo trivia, is what I've gathered from the different rumblings on the internet. Now, people are saying that Lisa Rinna is going to be the host, and this is, I believe it was also leaked on Demois as well, that it was going to be Rinna that was going to be hosting this. So, and I've also heard Margaret Josephs and Sonia Morgan, their names have also been thrown out there as like being involved somehow. So I can confirm that's not true. Whether Margaret, Sonia, or Rinna will be involved in it moving forward is still to be determined. Lisa Rinna is not hosting this. I don't believe there have actually been, from the different sources that I have in the different franchises that are connected to Beverly Hills, New York, and New Jersey, where these three women are from, it doesn't seem like that's become a real thing at all just yet. I believe this is a concept that's still kind of coming together and that they're still sort of working through, but it does look like it's going to be some sort of game show where super fans, which is probably why there was that casting alert that went out looking for super fans, not to necessarily host the show, but to be able to come on and compete against each other. Probably going to be like a, what is that? The celebrity one, the one where you come and you compete against different like Hollywood trivia. It's not Hollywood Game Night. I don't remember. They've had so many different shows on, not on cable, but on like the other networks, like NBC and all of those shows. But anyway, I digress. I ramble. And what this show looks like it's going to be is superfans are going to be able to come together, compete against each other for some sort of prize. And I'm assuming they're going to engage the housewives and probably have the housewives make certain cameos, because obviously they're going to need the housewives to make cameos to do some sort of promotion for the show. Obviously, we don't want to just watch superfans do their thing. I think I could see... Who is the podcaster? Bridget? No, what is her name? Why am I drawing a blank right now? I do believe there are, like, Amy Phillips, I think would be like a really good person to host this. I don't think they're going to come to like podcasters like myself or any of us that are fans of the show. I think they would want and expect us to do like to be the contestants on a show like this, but they're probably going to go for somebody a little bit of a higher caliber to be able to do the hosting part of it. And I believe they'll have different Bravo celebrities, probably like Margaret, Sonia, and Lisa Rinna, come in and make appearances and host certain segments of the show that won't necessarily be recurring, but they'll be able to do some sort of like cameo or something that I think would be great for promotion and would make us like want to actually tune in and watch it. Bravo doing game shows, I think reality is very much the lane, but I mean, I'm not against it. I think we can see where it goes. Now, there's another show that they're also casting and put into the works, and it's a Housewives All Stars show. Now, this rumor I heard, it's really kind of peaking at the moment, but I heard this rumor last year because apparently this was in production and they were planning to make this happen pre-pandemic, that they were getting all the pieces together, and then obviously the pandemic kind of just kiboshed everything and shut it all down and didn't make that a viable option for them to go into production. But when I first heard it, so I heard that it wasn't going to be newer current cast members. It was always supposed to be like OGs, like think like Tamra Judge and Vicky Gunvalson and probably even like a Caroline Mann, or I would assume like maybe a Jill Zarin. I don't know. I feel like that concept, I don't know if it would necessarily work because like nobody really wants to see like Jill Zarin and Caroline Manzo and Vicky Gunvalson together. I mean, only because I think part of the reason Bravo has kind of phased them out is their storylines have kind of died. They've gotten a little more settled in their lives, that they're not as exciting. I think people might disagree when it comes to Tamara or Vicky, but at least some of the other ones like Jill and Caroline. But from my understanding of what the concept originally was, it was going to incorporate those older housewives, the ones that were some of the OGs from prior seasons, but it wasn't going to be any of the newer ones. Now, it looks like the rumors are saying that it's going to be only current housewives, only housewives that are on some of the current shows. So I don't necessarily know what All Stars means. I know they're saying that it's going to be like Teresa and Melissa, and that Lisa Rinna is supposed to be coming on. All of the names that have been announced or that have been quote unquote leaked, I'll actually read them for you. Let's see. What are these names? Okay, so it was Anthony Dominic on Twitter. He's the one that confirmed that, yes, this is actually happening. It looks like it was reported by the Jasmine brand, and then he quote retweeted it and said that this is going to be taking place in Mexico, which checks out because I heard that it was a tropical vacation that they were going to be going on again last year. And so he's saying that it's going to film for 1 week in April, somewhere in Mexico, or will probably be in Mexico. Potomac housewives are not expected to film. Names that he's heard, that Anthony Dominic has heard, are Cynthia, Melissa Gorga, Kenya, Kyle, Rinna, Ramona, Sonia, Teresa. But apparently it's not final, but they're only looking to bring in women from Jersey, Beverly Hills, Atlanta, and New York, two women from each franchise, roughly about 10 women. I also heard other rumors that they were looking for about 8 women. I know that the women that they have listed, only because, or at least a few of them, most of them have not actually received an official offer. I think this could possibly be like a network leak to see if people are even interested in these names, or, you know, just to probably stir up some heat, or to stir up some, you know, some good buzz around the show. It's supposed to film this April, which I believe it was supposed to film last April or around that time, and it wasn't able to, but now it's supposed to film this April. But my thing is, it's like, what happens to the other housewives that were already expecting to film this show that are no longer going to film this show? But like I said, from what I've heard so far, a lot of these names, these women have not actually heard from the network. They haven't actually talked about this show. They haven't received an official offer from this show. This is all still very preliminary, so we'll see what happens. I would like to see a Housewives All Stars. I think I would like to see more of the OGs more than I would the current cast members. just because again you have to think about like how many times we tried to bring in these foreign cast members hoping that the chemistry works, hoping that it all kind of works out. So you have to get the formula right. I think having like a Sonia and a Ramona and a Teresa and Melissa, that definitely works. Kyle and Rinna, I think are good friends that I think there's enough chemistry amongst the women from those franchises. It looks like they're picking the top two from each of those franchises, but how that's going to mesh when they're all together, I think is going to be another story. Kenya Moore being involved sounds a little spicy because she's very feisty. So I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see. I would look forward to a Housewives All Star shows. I'm down for it, but we shall see. Oh, hey, it's me, Zack Peter. And are you still here watching? Because if you are, that means you're going to want to hit that subscribe button below and that little bell so that you get a notification every time I got some hot tea ready to be spilled. But not only that, yes, I have all of these amazing videos here on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/justplainzack. But I also have full podcast episodes available on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora. #NoFilter with Zack Peter is available everywhere podcasts can be downloaded. So go and download it and subscribe because you're going to want to stay up to date and get full episodes that are ready for you to consume and devour and get all of that latest hot tea. You're going to want to know like when Erica Jane goes to prison, allegedly, maybe not. I don't know, but you're not going to know if you're not subscribed. So go subscribe here and on iTunes and Spotify and Pandora, all the places. Just do it because, I love you and I love that validation.